Money
There
won't
you
be
go.
real to him
Hmm.
anyway. We think this is what no
I'm
one
back,
pays
yo.
you.
I don't know what the heck was
Competition
going
like
on
that.
live.
He has big general liability policies. If you settle, you got a check from an insurance company. He won't pay a dime. And I hate to say it, but never mind.
No, what?
If she accepts his offer,
Hey, yo, I'm
I
back.
think
I
we'll
don't
have
know
to
what
do
was
this
going on with mine
first.
live.
She
That
lives
thing
for
was
the
acting
workers. Why
crazy.
she let him off easy? Fair or not, people will always wonder what really happened in that hotel room.
Waiting for Jamal to get back on.
Don't you look cute? We were having such a good chat. You were.
Get comfortable, folks.
Great, thank you.
There you go. I
Yo,
don't know
T.
what was going on.
Rika, what up, Rika?
Sometimes you
Two
get what you want. The
in the
parties agree to
building.
Paul Jones'
Marcus Curry, what
nomination
up?
for sexual assault
New, what's good, cuz?
in 1991. The allegations and inferences about
Jan Bonnie,
American
pucker up.
spectator
What's
were
happening?
false. Requested
All right, yeah, we can check that. No,
Yeah,
so I
so
was
what was
saying,
you saying?
oh, what's up, pucker up? Yo, cuz, what up, what up, what up? Um, yeah, so no, so I was saying pretty much like just off of our own experience, you know what I mean? I was just gonna go into a situation that we had. So, you know what I mean, you probably could, chime in or cut me off if you need to. But anyway, um, when we first we had a situation in terms of like, you know what I'm saying, not being on the same page sex wise, you know what I mean? And this was right around the time that Idris was born. And mind you, Idris was Cherie's first child, you know what I mean? So she was what up, Rika? So she was yeah,
That's how
Riri.
that's Riri.
Um
Rika.
so
Anyway, go
yeah,
ahead.
so she was like um first time mom, you know what I'm saying, super, super green, didn't really know about, the whole being pregnant or being a new mom. So she, had Drees, he's our son, and he's an infant and all that. And you know what I mean, this like she was into her motherhood bag, you know what I'm saying? Like breastfeeding, making sure he was like his diapers was changed. She was like overly on top of everything. Like she had changed his diaper like before he even took another shit. Like she just was everything was just on point. You know how it is when you're a first time new mom. Like you feel like everything got to be perfect. And so what was happening was I was used to us, of course, being intimate, heavy, because and I really blame you for this now that I think about it. I blame you for the lack of sex and even me being spoiled to that point because y'all gotta realize prior to Cherie having her our son, we was like working hard to get Idris. She was working like extra hard. She was reading books. We was like doing it all the time. She was trying after we do it. She want to sit upside down. She all these urban legends, all these myths about how you get pregnant, this, that, and the third. She didn't took all kind of. She was like she heard bananas get you fertile, and she eating bananas all day. All this extra shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gung ho. We doing it like fucking rabbits, you know what I'm saying, on a regular basis. And so, she was concerned. She was like, I don't know if I can get pregnant. We tried a few times, boom, boom. And so, she was like really, it was emotional for her that whole time. And then, boom, because listen, I'm a fertile boy. You know what I mean? I'm a fertile boy, so I said, listen, just chill. I got you. We gonna make it happen. You mean I got you. Just chill. And as promised, I came through. You know what I mean? I came through as I should. Boom. And now she's pregnant. We got our son. Cool. So we rocking and rolling throughout the whole pregnancy, the whole nine. You know what I mean? All's good. You know what I mean? Heavy sex, heavy sex. But then as soon as Drees gets here, I'm still in revved up mode. I'm still in at a 10. You know what I'm saying? On the sexual consistency, Joe. And now it's like we went from being on a 10 and it drops down to You know what I mean? Now for her it's like a task. Like I'm in the way when I'm doing my little 1-2, the little scooch you up. You know what I mean? You scooch back, I scooch up. You know what I mean? I let you feel it. You mean you know you turn up. Like she wasn't responding to none of that. So after a while, I'm like getting a little, you know what I mean, feeling some type of way. Like come on, man. And she like, well, the baby and the baby. Now, mind you, I have 3 other kids, so I know how this thing goes. Is whoop wop, get him right, whoop wop. You know what I'm saying? Get him changed, get him put him to the side, and we rocking and rolling. But she was just like, wasn't, you know what I mean? She wasn't really like into the sex at that point. It was like she went from being a machine, you know what I'm saying, or a robot with the sex, to being, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that threw me off, and that started one of our first big beefs, you know what I'm saying, because I started to feel some type of way.
He was jealous of
No,
his
it
own
wasn't
son,
even,
yo.
no, it wasn't even on that type time. No, it wasn't.
Yes,
It
it
wasn't.
was. Yes, it was. He knew I was focused in on my kid at the time. And also, the doctor said that we couldn't do nothing for 6 weeks or
Man,
I was going to get
first of
pregnant
all,
again. Like, what? Come on. Like, he already said he was fertile. He already said that. So why would I set myself
first
up
of
like
all,
that? Come on now. And then what he's leaving out is that when I was trying to be a team player, y'all, I
no,
said we
no,
had to use
no,
condoms. And you
no,
know what
no.
he did? He got mad.
Fellas, you
He
tell
got
me.
mad.
No,
So
no, no.
now
We
it's
not.
limited
First
for
of all, we
real.
not doing no condoms. Like I'm past that joint. Like I get is no. That's not even sex. At that point, that's not even sex. Slapping me in plastic. You got to realize we've been going. You know what I'm saying? Rubber ducky for goddamn however long, however strong, and now all of a sudden you tell me put a bag on it. It's not happening. It's not even the same throw. That's not no team player. So I wasn't really feeling that joint at all, and it got like real, like frustrating. You know what I'm saying?
Come on now,
What Tootie
Tootie.
say? I can't see. Thank you,
I
thank
didn't
you,
want to get
thank
pregnant,
Tootie.
okay? I listen. No, it
Thank you.
wasn't that I couldn't be intimate, okay, girlfriend? It wasn't that I couldn't be intimate. I just didn't want to get pregnant. You know that 6-week visit? I didn't want to go
Listen,
back, and the doctor said I was pregnant. So he had to choose,
no,
and he was
no.
being selfish at that time. It was
Listen,
only six
Tootie.
weeks.
No, no, no.
Condom,
Tootie,
yes,
thank you.
yes, yes. It was only for 6 weeks. I was only asking for 6 weeks. That's why we had a whole problem
I
because he
don't.
couldn't
We ain't
respect
doing
six
them.
weeks.
We not doing them. We not doing them. I'm sorry, and we not doing them.
Right? I had a C-section, so it wasn't that I couldn't do vaginal.
But
I was
that
cool with that.
so
It's
was
just I
I
didn't want to get
selfish or
pregnant.
was she selfish? You had a C-section. You didn't pop it out. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So you really was cool. You was like in your own head about it.
It's on the whole.
You know what I'm
I don't know
saying?
about that whole sis. I can't mess with that whole. I can't mess with that whole. It's mess with you mentally. No, I'm cool.
Thank
I'm
you,
sorry. I just
but
can't. That's a mental
thank
thing. That
thank
thing
you
mess
for the
with you
support, ladies.
mentally.
I
I
appreciate it.
can't.
Yes.
No.
See, they offering. I wish y'all would have been here then, because this would have
Mm-mm.
helped us. Because we went through some trying times. I wasn't feeling that shit at all. I mean, like I was.
I would listen, Mo. I was up and rolling after my C-section, so that wasn't the problem. I
You
just
was
was
listening to
concerned
the
about
doctor
getting
too much.
pregnant.
Listen,
I didn't want to go
let
back
me
to the doctors in six
let me
weeks,
explain
and the
something to you.
doctor said I was
Black people don't be
pregnant.
listening to the doctors all that heavy. You going too deep. Like
I
at
do.
the end of the day, you still end up getting pregnant anyway. Again, so it don't matter. It don't matter though.
Yeah,
At the
four
end of the
years
day,
later.
you can't listen. Listen,
4 years later, it
them
do
doctors,
matter.
they just be saying anything. Like I don't be listening to them. Listen, at the end of the day, you know you got to make sure your man is good. You talking about some 6 weeks? That's a
Yeah,
lifetime.
yeah.
Nobody setting up for those 6 weeks. You know what I mean? Putting a bag on? No, we wasn't having. So that was one of our first. That was like us, and I know we laughing at it now, but honestly, that shit got dark. Yeah, it
That hurt
got
my
dark because
feelings.
I was like, I started going there. Like I just, I felt deprived. I felt, you know what I'm saying, like I was getting neglected, and I wasn't feeling that. You ain't gonna just use me and then just toss me to the side. Nah, we ain't doing that. Yeah, so that's how that story
Listen,
went. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Y'all tell me how y'all feel. Was I wrong for feeling that way? You know what I mean? That I was getting neglected. Well, mind you, again, it wasn't vaginal. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, you was still good. So if I'm wrong, it don't even matter what nobody say for real. But I'm just saying, it really don't.
exactly. He don't care.
It don't even matter at this point. So other than that, on your end, what's like?
I was scared. I didn't want to get pregnant again. That's just what it was. I didn't want to get pregnant again. I didn't want to be one of
What's
those
one of those?
6-week visits. One of those 6-week visits. I'm out, Miss Davis. You are 6 weeks pregnant. No, he don't understand. It's not him. He don't got to go through the motions. But I
Thinking
do.
about it way too deep.
See, that's the selfishness. No, I'm thinking about what it is,
Well, that took us through
what the
something.
reality is.
It definitely took us through a phase, because we was like really beefing about that.
Back to back. That's what they think. No, I'm not doing it. Yeah, that's why you're right. They not going through it, so they don't understand. Dog, they ain't nothing. That's a lot. Listen, when you had donut, oh wait, on the real, I agree with both of y'all. It's just different for both because a woman we're dealing with hormones and all. Men just need to
Right.
release.
So
Exactly. There wasn't no. I
no,
was trying to be fair by saying at least just
but
meet
that's
me
not.
halfway
But
and use
that's
a
not
condom.
halfway.
That's all I was saying.
No,
But
no, no.
he
So
wanted to be
so all right, we
selfish.
no. So
He wanted to
that's
be
this is the
spoiled.
thing. So you can't go from being demanding about it and then all of a sudden it's just a major drop off. That's A. Then B, the next thing
I,
is forget the whole the bag situation. That's when you're supposed to get your jawbones up. Yeah. Yeah. Women, don't be acting like that's not a viable job. That's when you're supposed to get your game up, you know what I mean? And get your bakam on. Yeah.
but it's not
Yes, it
always
is.
about the
That's what I'm
bottom
saying.
bottom for
Like,
you. So don't even go there.
nah, you gotta get the
No, it's
bakam
not.
bakam.
Don't be on here in this
You,
live lying to these people.
you gotta get
It
the
ain't just
bakam
about
bakam.
that for you. We got company. Don't lie. It
No,
ain't just
listen.
about that
I
for
can speak for
him.
myself.
So
No, I can listen.
it's not.
Listen, I can speak for myself.
I'm speaking for
If we
you.
ain't gonna have no listen, if
Okay,
we
don't
can't
lie.
have sex, all right, fine, cool. I get all that. But you still have to accommodate your man in such a way that he feels like you still accommodating to him. You're still trying to, you know what I'm saying, be there for him, you know what I'm saying, emotionally and sexually. And yeah, that's where the head comes in. That's letting the nigga know, like,
Listen, I know I got more
exactly.
than one hole, but Jamal is on here being a fibber
What?
because he knows that he could have at least did the whole condom thing. We could have did everything else, but
Why
it's
you
not
keep
just
going to
about
condoms?
the
That's not even
bottom
an
bottom.
option,
I know
cause
that
like
for a
no,
fact.
no.
That
So how
is.
you
Well,
gonna be
that's
in
what
a
was going
that
on.
don't even make
That
sense,
was the
cause that
only
don't for me for
difference
me
for
that don't
6
even make
months
sense that
for
I'll be
6
in a
weeks.
committed relationship.
I ain't say my mouth was
It,
broke.
it don't
I
make it
never
don't make no
said
sense
that.
that I'll be in a committed
That wasn't the
relationship with
problem.
somebody and I'm using a condom. Like you gotta be realistic.
I just didn't want
You
to
gotta
get
be
pregnant
realistic.
was the problem. I was
Here we
being
go.
realistic. You have to be realistic. That listen, prime example, right? That's just like if something happened with his situation, what am I supposed to do? I ain't want to take no more drugs at the time. I was gonna get I think I got the IUD and I had to wait for that 6 weeks. All of it is 6 weeks. So I was taking it for the team. I was taking it for the team. I don't know what happened with Jamal. He got off. I was taking it for the team. Jamal was the one not taking it for the team. It was 6 weeks. 6. That's it. It wasn't 6 years. It was 6 weeks. That's the selfish part. when you're not sitting and, trying to have a medium, have a balance to say, I can just chill for 6 weeks. It's cool. I didn't say we couldn't be intimate. I just didn't want to do it without a condom at the time. That's all, because I didn't want to get pregnant. I was trying to get to my little 6 weeks clear, get my little IUD, and then we back in business. We rolling. That's 6 weeks. No, I got. Oh, you know what? No, this is when I had Idris. I ain't have Harlem yet. It was just Idris at the time. Harlem wasn't there. Harlem wasn't there, so I wasn't at that point yet. No. 6 weeks is not. It is not that long. Teamwork make the dream work. I was suffering like him. Is it about me and him or him? Which is it? Is it about me and him or him? Because that wasn't right. It wasn't cool at all whatsoever. Like, he could wait 6 weeks just like everybody else wait 6 weeks. Some people don't care, actually. Some people just be like, fuck it. And then they go to the doctors and then they got to sit on the table because they weren't ready for another. Right. It's about both. Right. So all I asked was just for a condom for 6 weeks. That's it. That's it. I just wanted 6 weeks. That's all. He knew what the plan was. That's why I said, don't let him fool you on here. He know. I never said nothing about oral. I never said I couldn't do none of the extracurriculars. I never said that. How we got through it, we argued for a real, real long time, y'all, to be honest. We argued about it for a long time because my feelings was hurt that I couldn't get my own husband to be understanding that I didn't want to be intimate with him without protection for 6 weeks. It was only 6 weeks. We argued for a real, real long time. It was a real big issue for us. When Harlem got here, child, please, I got my 2 side after that. It was a wrap. We can listen. I was on the chandeliers. I was doing whatever at that point. I got my 2 side. But when I had Idris, I was just concerned because, they tell you if you intimate, it's a possibility that you can get pregnant again. And I didn't want that to happen. So I had to do what I had to do. And he knew that. So we argued a lot about it. And then, eventually we just, I guess he act like he understood a little bit. But he didn't, because he's still holding on it, clearly. Because he brought it up. But, But it was only for 6 weeks. But he made it like it was eternity. And it wasn't. It was only 6 weeks. I didn't want to get pregnant again. Listen, that was just how I was feeling. He's supposed to be my husband. So he should have been understanding. Like, all right, my wife just needs 6 weeks. We can, put a little condom on or something. I'm not doing the whole butt ordeal, yo. I can't. I'm sorry. I just can't. I can't. Y'all welcome to get on here with me. I don't know what's going on with Jamal. But, all my other holes do work. I never said they didn't. That just wasn't no, I didn't want to. Now he texted me and he know I can't look at no text message. I don't know what would happen. What would happen if I look at my text message? I don't play with that ass. You can forget it. I'm sorry. That's like a mental thing. That shit fucks with you mentally. I'm cool. I'm definitely cool. I don't want no parts of it. I'ma just maybe a little air job. I don't know, but I can't mess with that. But it took us a while to really, really get through that. Like, that was like a serious argument for us because he felt like I could have just did it anyway, but that wouldn't have been fair. Like, why? It was only 6 weeks. It wasn't forever. But he wasn't really understanding it and he wasn't really feeling it. So it took us a little while to get through it, but we did get through it. Eventually, once I voiced how I felt and I was able to, just express to him like, it was only 6 weeks. If he asked me, what if he was messed up and, he couldn't do nothing for 6 weeks? Am I supposed to be selfish because I want to get my own rocks off? Or do I want to be a little compassionate to my husband that's saying, listen, it's only 6 weeks. You know what I mean? Let's just get through this together. I felt like that's what he should have did. Instead, we argued. But we got through it though, y'all. But that wasn't the only dark time that we didn't have, because we actually had another one where he didn't want to be intimate with me. And it was bad. Jamal is a tough cookie at times. He don't just bend over and be like, it's cool and all that. No, he not like me. He'll rather you suffer and all the other extra stuff or whatever. And to me, I was just like, let's just, where his ass at? I don't know. I can't see my text message. I'm scared to look at my text message. Oh, it's just gonna pause it. Hold on, let me look at my. He went somewhere, but I mean, if somebody want to come in and talk about times where their spouse wasn't sexually attracted to them at times and how they got through it until Jamal get back, because he working in New York, y'all. So he doing a live and he's working. But somebody else can come on. Don't be scared and don't be shy. Because we can talk about the other thing when he get on here. So, he can comment. Yep, he was tight with the drawers. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. He did not want to be intimate with me at all. That was the worst time. That from the last live, that dark time, that's when that was. Yes, we do got to talk about that. Yes, we do. That was serious. Because we all want to know what he do to cope with that. Yep. No, he didn't say that. Of course not. He's not going to mention that. He's not going to mention it. He's not. But hopefully he gets back on here soon. In the meantime, between time, that little camera down there with the plus sign, anybody could just kind of tap on and talk and share. Their own experiences with someone not being sexually attracted, or their opinion on, is makeup sex toxic? Does anybody on here feel like makeup sex is toxic at all, in any way, shape, or form? I think it is. Yeah, so everybody's starting to leave the live. Man, he know I don't like to talk like that or like that. So I'm just sitting on here and he not on here. Come on, y'all. Come on here. Don't act scary. He must have had to go downstairs or something. Hey, y'all. So the topic is makeup sex toxic? Do y'all think that makeup sex is toxic, far as within a relationship or a marriage? Do you feel like makeup sex is toxic? Or have you experienced being with someone where they weren't sexually attracted to you in that moment? How did you cope or survive with it during that time or whatever? He must have had to go downstairs or something. In a marriage, no. No, either or. In a marriage or in a relationship. Have anybody ever experienced um being with somebody and they not sexually attracted to you? Like, how did you cope with it or survive it? Or you didn't survive it? Or do you feel like makeup sex is toxic? Some people might feel like no, it's mandatory in a marriage. It is, but what happened when y'all really not on the same page? Like, it's some you can get unattracted to somebody you married to too. That's definitely possible. For sure. Like, when y'all ain't on the same page, like he or she ain't looking all that attractive no more. And it done got so bad that y'all don't even want to be intimate with each other. It done turned to that, like y'all just roommates at that point. Mhm. Nobody want to come on here and share. Oh wait. Everybody. Okay. Yes, because I want to hear from somebody else. Like, I know everybody be acting all shy and quiet, don't want to talk. I can't tap in. I be telling on myself, listen, stop being scary. I want to know people's opinions on, do they feel like makeup sex is toxic? And how do you cope when somebody, hold on. Hey, Boo. Come on, me.
Hey, Reese.
Hey, girl.
All right. So I want to talk about the whole not being attracted to somebody after you're all together. So a lot of people,
Yeah.
like, us Black folks, we got this stigma where it's like, if you got a baby father or a baby mother, everybody automatically assumes that, y'all got this unwritten rule where y'all can always have each other. And that's not it at all.
Right.
That's not it at all. Um, like I'm a person that can say I've never went back to somebody. I've never went back to somebody, and it's because I got the mentality like, once you cross me, you lost me. And a lot of the times, I feel like, we had the conversation about loyalty. Like, I feel as though once you break my loyalty, it puts you in a whole different dimension, like a whole nother realm. You're no longer the same person in my eyes. So, like, I can admit, my daughter, I had my daughter my daughter was left. I was in college. I had went to another school, saw her dad, met her dad, was like, oh yeah, it's up. Like, he's it. And once we broke up, I've never went back to my daughter. She'll be 9 in May. I'm no longer like it was like as soon as we broke up or whatever. But as you know, women, we break up mentally first. So when I was in the process, like, oh yeah, I'm leaving this man, I was no longer attracted to him. So and like when other people see him, they be like, damn, that's her dad. Her dad fine as shit. You don't want him? No, y'all can have him. I will gladly pass the hoop. I don't want him. And when y'all see how he is behind the looks, y'all not gonna want him either. Y'all not gonna want him either. I had real bad postpartum depression when I had my son with my marriage. And going through like the postpartum phase, I just felt real alone, real abandoned and all that. And it led to me looking at him in a different light. And we were still married, and I was no longer attracted to that man. Like, to the point where we divorced. I had to leave him because it's like, you don't look like, I can't, the connection that I had, the attraction to, the things that you've done to make me feel this way, I don't even see you as a beautiful person any longer. So,
So basically, you like left. It
Yeah,
wasn't
no,
even no trying to
no,
figure
no.
it out or
Mm-mm.
survive it
I
or
went,
cope it.
I did it for a
Oh
year.
damn.
After that year, and I prayed and prayed. I prayed, asked God, please fix my marriage, please fix my marriage. But then I remember that, you know, sometimes a blessing isn't always in the form of things that we want. You know, so when I realized that, I stopped and was like, you know what? Instead of me asking and praying for God to fix my marriage, let me pray and ask God to show, like, to steer me in the right direction. And when I started doing that, it just kept getting worse and kept getting worse. And I said, oh, okay. I wasn't praying for the right thing. I wasn't praying for the right thing. Me
He had to show
leaving.
you the light.
No.
So was he like
Everybody
cheat? Like what was going? What was he doing? What did he do? Because like you had a
Yeah.
baby.
I say there's more than one way to ruin a marriage and to ruin a relationship.
Oh yeah, besides cheating, of course. That's a true.
I think
That's
that
a true fact.
he underestimated me. I think that my husband wanted somebody that was easily manipulated and a dependent. He wanted a dependent, somebody he had to hand feed. And we wasn't doing that. We wasn't doing I wasn't doing that. You wasn't gonna treat me like that.
Scott gonna say you cheated, D.
Okay.
I said Scott said you cheated, D.
Didn't. I don't have to cheat. I ain't have to cheat. I left him. I'm out.
Wow.
I'm out.
Wow.
My way, but
man, that's crazy. So you did it for a year, you said, but you still like even after that.
Yeah, because it's like when somebody betray you or betray your trust, or you feel like, you know, they go against you or cross a line, you look at them different. And it's like every time I look at your face, I see a nut ass nigga. And I can't lay down with you and you a nut ass nigga. You see what I'm saying? I can't, in my mind, you a nut ass nigga. I can't get down with that. So
yeah.
And that's
right. Yeah, that's why I said everybody. So do you feel like makeup sex is toxic,
like
then?
when you and just in a relationship, as long as you ain't take that vow that till death do us part, for better or for worse, I'm sorry, y'all. The worst, I hit it. I hit it. And I did. I'm not my grandma. I did. You know, we not like while our grandma was married and all that, because they was sitting up there and they had no choice. I'm not doing it. Not saying my grandma in particular, but I'm not doing that.
Yeah, because some people feel like that's just the answer to every solution most of the time. Like you can just be intimate with somebody and then everything goes back to normal. But that's
you really
not true.
Exchange energy, and you create like ties with people when you have sex with them, and you create a bond with somebody that, you know, sometimes like it's hard to break. It's real hard to break. Energy is a real thing.
But if y'all not mentally there, it won't feel right anyway. I mean, some people just think it do. Like that's the, you know, key to the world. Let everybody else tell it. It's not toxic. It's nothing wrong with it. But if y'all not on the same page, it's not going to ever be right. Especially if it's something bad. Like y'all don't even say nothing to each other.
And then what's the
like
context behind the making up in the sex? Like what if y'all just like, is nothing stopping you from saying, you know what, I ain't gonna deal with the disrespect. I'm not gonna deal with the abuse in any shape or form. So like, what's making you say, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and forgive it? You cheated on me. You could have hurt me or
can't. Because as soon as you lay down, and then you get up and you say, "Oh, baby, can you give me some juice?" and he be like, "No," and you looking like the fuck, like man, y'all arguing back again. Like y'all ain't
something you gotta try.
Try what?
I'm not.
Try what? What are we trying? Because listen, if you ain't trying to solve this problem first, we don't need to be trying to be having sex.
Yeah.
Like it's pointless. It's no purpose in it. And I don't think a lot of people understand it. And then they be trying to figure out why their relationships be so toxic. Because y'all creating the toxic. Y'all think, oh, being intimate and all that,
Sex is,
y'all
for one,
good.
sex
No.
should have an emotional like imprint first and foremost. You shouldn't just be humping just to hump. I mean, unless like you, what is that? What is somebody who just have sex just because of a physical nympho? Unless you
A
a
nympho.
nympho, you should not just be out here just having
Right.
sex just because. You sex should have like some type of meaning. You should do it with somebody that means something to you. You should have respect for yourself. We grown.
But some people just feel like that's just the answer to every little thing. And it's not. It can make matters worse. It really can make matters worse. So it's like, you know, I don't really think
I was about to say, why not what?
Why not what?
We talking about makeup sex. Is it toxic? Yes.
Oh, why is it not the answer? Because
What is it for?
okay, I'm gonna say this. It's not the answer depending on the situation. Like if it's to the point where, like I said, y'all barely speak to each other. It's like y'all roommates a little bit. You can tell the tension is there. Y'all can be in the same room and not say anything to each other. Like y'all just walk past each other like y'all furniture. Y'all just there. And y'all don't even communicate. Y'all just sleeping in the same bed, back towards each other, not saying nothing to each other. And it's like, oh, we just need
How
to
do
be
you even
intimate
do
because I
that
want to
as
get
a
my shit
woman?
off.
As a woman, how could you do that? Like y'all know we got to get turned up.
Nah.
We need to be activated.
Yeah, like that's.
How can you even be activated
Yes.
if this nigga just was giving you his ass to kiss?
The kiss,
How?
yeah. Like, I don't know how anybody can do that. Let me know the answer, the kid, you please. Because, like she said, that energy, it plays a major, major role. Like, if it's not connecting, like, your whole, everything won't function right. Especially for women. Especially for women. Like, we like a faucet. It turn on and off. Like, it don't just, go right in. Because for men, it's like, that's just them. It's in their nature. But for men, listen. Say, I just need to
Let it
smoke.
get on, Keith. Get
God,
on.
it's
Yes,
get on, Sky. Please. I hear all types of problems with sex. Wasn't one. No, for some people it's not, but I mean it depends on the relationship with people, like the person that you with. Because if you really tired of them, it really won't even be the same. It wouldn't be the same with that person if that person that you can have been with for 10, 11, 12 years and y'all argue so much to the point it's like it's not gonna work. You'll have sex with somebody and be like, yo, that joint
you
wasn't
can
even like
like
that. Like
because we start
normally
getting
I feel
irritated
like
by the
this,
way
I
you
feel like
breathe.
that.
So to have him on top
Yes,
of you
just
breathing and
like,
panting and all
man.
that, like it's giving color purple. Don't get off me. Get off me.
Yeah.
Get off
Yes,
me.
like it's a wrap. It's done.
How could you do it?
Like, of course sex won't be a problem, but it just won't feel the same. It won't be no type of energy, nothing.
That's definitely something that that's not a good joint.
No, it's not. And I don't see how anybody can act like it's not. Everybody got that one person that they've been with in their lifetime and you just couldn't have sex with them no more because
it's real.
Energy just wasn't there.
It's
the vibe
real because you really can't pay me. You couldn't pay me to go back to nobody.
Mm-mm.
You know, it's like 7 billion people on this earth.
Mm-hmm.
What? If I go to a restaurant and the food is nasty to the point where I'm irked and I'm no longer pleased with this establishment, I'm not going to go back. It's the same thing. Homeboy, if you play with me to the point where I'm irked, I'm not going to go back. I'm out.
Yeah.
It's other restaurants.
And that's anybody. That's definitely anybody. I don't want to believe that anybody could just go back to anybody and be intimate with them. And no, y'all ain't making up. It's done. Once it's done sexually, that's it. It's depending on the situation and how y'all get through it.
And
A
we
lot
got
of
two
people just be
different. We
done with
got
it.
we got
It ain't
two
no
different
continue.
extremes to this. We got makeup sex where we talking like, he lied about taking the chicken out or something. Y'all having an argument about it because now y'all said y'all budgeted out, y'all wasn't gonna eat out, but now y'all gotta eat out again because he done forgot to take the chicken out and he lied about it. Then after y'all done put the kids up, he screwed up behind you, man. You really mad about the chicken and all that. Come here, let me
Yeah.
That's okay, makeup sex. Then we have
Yes.
we gonna hit the extreme on him. This nigga, then he done got her pregnant. He done got somebody pregnant. Now she done came to you as a woman. They done came to you as a woman.
You are disgusted.
You're done.
You are
You done
disgusted
packed
at
your
that
stuff. You
point.
called your mom, your sisters, and you finna call your uncle, the one that don't play that shit, who's about the game, like who's with the dumbest shit, and he's coming on go. You about to call him. Your sisters on their way. They mad.
Yes.
They mad.
Because it's a wreck.
They ready.
Ain't
They
no
ready
coming
for
back
all
from
types
that.
of violence. Yes,
Yeah.
we're talking about that extreme. You mean to tell me he's going to
Yeah.
be able to come here, babe? He's going to be able to hit you with that, and you get down with that?
No.
It's
Not
two
at
different
all.
types of makeup sex. That's
Not
you
at all.
can't make that up with no sex.
Mm-mm.
And if you can, you
Not
crazy.
at all. And people like that. Everybody got their breaking points. Everybody have a breaking point, and if a certain person does something that hits that breaking point, you're not going to want to be intimate with them no more. You're not. You don't care how cute they are. You don't care how much money they got. You don't care what they can do for you.
Done.
It's done. Once you done.
And I know men that feel like
done.
that about
Especially
like their
sex.
baby's moms. Not all men go back or are accessible to the baby moms.
Yeah, they
If
not.
he don't want you,
They
you
definitely
drew.
not.
You fumbled the
all.
ball. He don't want you.
Yeah.
He's about to take
Yes.
your kids
Yeah, it's like no,
and
I'm
my
not never
kids
going back to
to
her.
Disney World next weekend. We're all out.
God, get on, Sky. He told me, when you cross me, you lost me. Listen, that's what I'm saying. Like, so everybody has to be realistic when you hear about is makeup sex toxic, because it legit is. Like, you're not going back to this person depending on who it is. Like, and if y'all not trying to figure it out or work it out, the problem first, it's not going to ever really be nothing. It's going to get worse. Like, eventually you're going to get tired of wanting to have sex with that person. You're not going to want to be intimate with them no more at that point. Because now you're going to be completely turned
you're
off.
going to want dip. It's going to be nothing.
Like,
you're going to look at that person in a completely different light. When somebody really do you crazy, or just especially like for some unnecessary shit, like you ain't even have to do all that. You could have kept it a bean. You ain't have to waste my time.
Yeah.
Because we grown.
Yeah.
And now you think a little hump and dump gonna fix it? No, we That's not what we doing over here.
Yeah, it's definitely not gonna work like that. So people have to definitely be realistic with that, and be realistic. Like, it's been time. Like, what do people do when they get in those situations where a person is not attracted to them? Do you leave, or do you try to figure it out? Like you said, you leave. Like, it's done. Like, it's over. So I don't think everybody, agree with that. Everybody, some people's situations is different. Like I said, me and Jamal's situation is different. He's not on here for me to speak on it, but we've been there where he wasn't sexually attracted to me and I wasn't sexually attracted to him. It wasn't just even us having a kid. We have had other situations where we wasn't sexually attracted to each other and we weren't intimate with each other and stuff like that, and it got ugly. It really got ugly, but I can't really talk about that because he's not on here.
Because we want to know.
I just said we're trying to see where he's at.
From, like, how do you climb out of that, being as though that y'all took that leap? Y'all not just a relationship. Y'all a marriage. So you can't just, I'm out. You can't dip out of a marriage. So
no, you can't. Like, you definitely gotta be realistic about the situation, and get to the problem of it, to the root of it, and decide if y'all want to move forward or not.
Mohair.
Oh wait, so when your option is okay to have
I don't know
makeup
if you.
sex, then what's
She
your
said,
option to stay?
when in your opinion is it okay to have makeup sex? I don't. If you talking about me, I said that earlier when we first hit the topic. I said that I think
Oh,
that
okay.
makeup sex is mandatory in a marriage. Like, I feel like y'all married. Like, come on. All right, babe. But also it depends on the circumstance, and we also talked about degrees of like what's a situation where makeup sex is even considered. Is Blackie Chan not on here? Oh, he is. Look, Blackie Chan not on here, but it's circumstantial.
Oh yeah, he just got on.
It's circumstantial. Yeah. So yeah, but I think in a marriage, y'all definitely having some makeup sex. Like, come on, babe. We married. We in this bitch for the long haul. Come here.
Oh no. But sometimes that
I
shit
know
get
you
dark.
keep saying that it was.
What was said? Shit get dark. I want Jamal to get on here so bad. We talk about, is makeup sex toxic, and how do you cope or survive when your spouse is not attracted to you during bad times?
Yeah.
Blackie Chad, you can come on if you like. We trying to hear from a guy's perspective.
We're not
Jamal's
arguing,
working. I
Blackie. We are
called him.
not arguing, okay? I don't even know if I can call you that. I believe you got to say Blackie Chad, like one word, like Tribe Called Quest. You can't call him Blackie or Chad. You just got to call him Blackie.
Oh,
I
he got
don't
the
like the way
hold
it
on.
sounded when I just said Blackie. Like, it wasn't giving much for me. I ain't like it. So I'm going to keep it Blackie Chad. What's up, Chad? Blackie
¿Qué
Chad.
Hello,
pasa?
good brother.
Yeah. So how do you feel? Have you ever been in that situation?
I can't say that I can't confirm nor deny, but makeup sex is toxic. It is. It is a communicative thing where
Yes.
there is some type of disposition, and that somebody could be, excuse my French, dickmatized. And if you're using sex as a tool, it's toxic, because this is your opportunity to get forgiveness for the dumb stuff that you did or the crazy stuff that you did, because a woman sometimes will tell a man, yo, that thing crazy. That meat you got is crazy. So the meat that you provide is
Right.
the apology. So if you know that works, then yeah, it's toxic, because you got this girl's soul ties. Like, you got her whole body sold up in your sex, not in your communication, not in what you could provide, not what you do for her, but you a lackluster person, terrible, bullshit, but you just lay the pipe right. That's the best thing you could do. And sometimes what they say about rich people, the only thing a man can have, sometimes the only thing that what is it? I'm terrible with remembering things, but sometimes the only thing that a person got is money, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if they don't got nothing else, they can't provide you honesty, they can't provide you the security that you're looking for, but they can provide you finances. They'll fuck your sister, your mom, your cat, and then pay for it, and they off the hook. So when you got those luxuries of being good with sex or good with money, that's an apology. So yes, in my opinion, it could be toxic.
That was a good joint.
Yeah.
That was a good joint.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, some people feel like that's the answer to
And do you
everything.
feel as though like that you've ever felt out of attraction for someone?
Yep, I fell in love with I was with somebody, and then I became a bed neighbor. Yeah.
But did you stop physically being attracted to them?
When I'm in love with somebody,
Jamal,
I don't think that I'll become less attracted to you because of physical. I think it's more mental or something like that. Because I think like I can now, if you blow up to something I ain't signed up for, you know what I'm saying? Now, granted, you have a baby, good, cool, you know what I mean? You on depot back in the day, all right, cool. But like, as long as you ain't getting 350 on me. Now, if you 350 and you my girl, and I I had the choice. That's what I like. But don't go from like a 180 plickety plow to some 420 on some boom boom old school Oprah. but
Not old school Oprah.
not old school Oprah, but broke Oprah. But no, I don't think that I've. Now, what's crazy is if I'm done with a person, we broke up or whatever, and I can see you 5-6 years later, I can definitely say, ew, what was I thinking? But I never lost attraction for somebody while I was with them, unless it was something that they did, like they became dirty to me. But it was never a body type, physical thing that made me be like, ew. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, for some, like I said, me and Jamal actually did experience that, but I
Don't
can't
keep
even really
bringing it
talk
up.
about it
You're
because
building the
he's not on
anticipation,
here.
okay?
I like it's land.
Everybody,
Yeah, it's like I'm sorry. I mean, I can't talk about because I mean it had something like the last live, when we was talking about those dark times, like that was one of the times for us. And Jamal was not sexually attracted to me at all. Like I was like trying to take it. I was trying to do all kinds of shit, and it was not working.
Get off me, harlot.
At
How
all.
you know though? He told you that?
I'm God's child.
He told you that?
How I know? Cause if you was on here earlier, you would hear my husband talk about how we was just getting in an argument because I wanted to use a condom for 6 weeks with my son. That's how. Like I know him.
The hardest part about
he
listening
was
to
not
married people stuff, you kind of want to pry into it a little bit, be like, "Oh, what you mean?" But then it's like,
should I mind my business?
I
got the mind. My mom taught me like mind your business. Like,
hey Chad, man, what you mean? Like, what you was
no,
it's not even a. What?
It's not even a mind my business. Like I'm real transparent. Like I said, like 2018, I moved out. Jamal was here, and like it got real ugly. It got real dark, and he was not messing with me, and he was doing his own thing, and I was just trying to get my mental together. And I'm thinking like, I gotta get my husband back. Like this is just like you said. Like when you think that you look like this and you got this, you got that touch, you can go ahead and wind and down and do this and do that shit.
But let me correct me if I'm wrong. Please check me because I love checkers and chess. But y'all got together like quick, right? Like y'all got married quick. So the trials and tribulations that you would be accustomed to going through when you boyfriend and girlfriend, y'all went through married. So in that time for y'all, maybe it felt a little Sylvester Stallone, a little Rocky. But it never was going to be over. It never was going to be over.
Yeah, it felt like it felt like it was going to be over. Like we just made it through with pins and needles. Like if it wasn't for the pandemic, we probably wouldn't even be together. That's how bad it was because everybody's pride was in the way and nobody wanted to take responsibility in what was going on. Everybody wanted to point the finger at each other, and we didn't have nobody that was telling us like, listen, you know what I mean, y'all good together, y'all need to do this, y'all need to do that. Like it wasn't that. We just straight winged it this whole entire
but I feel like
time.
that's for real
like,
what it is.
Because
don't nobody have a plan for it. It's just trying again, and like y'all making a mutual decision to not give up and to keep trying until y'all succeed. And that's decent. I'm glad y'all did.
Right, but see, some people got that.
How did it make you feel? Like you said, you moved out. What was the communication?
Holding
like?
The pipe. The plumber went on a sabbatical. What do you mean?
Like he didn't want it was like
he got laid off. He laid himself off.
Nothing.
Now was he financially in a deficit at that time? Because I know some niggas that can't even have sex with women if they ain't got no money.
No, like it was just so like you said, for us, how we got together. See, we don't have like boyfriend and girlfriend years that we've been together. We lived together for time and time. Like we legit was like learning each other this whole entire time. So those different phases, like you said, where people go through when they're in a relationship, and then you're in your relationship first, then you're in a relationship and you living together, then you in a relationship and y'all living together and y'all decide to get married. Then you know what I mean, we went through all of that and we married. all that, like,
Can we answer that question
all
from
at
Mr.
one
Gray?
time.
That's a great question, I think.
What do you say for the marriage folks? Or there a significant difference from boyfriend, girlfriend
Absolutely.
relationships from marriage?
Absolutely.
No,
Yeah.
no. Not
Absolutely.
nothing.
It
Not
is a
nothing.
difference.
It's not no different. It's not no different.
If you're going to talk about a wedding, right? And you're going to say, we're going to spend $50,000 on our wedding. There's no big difference that you could tell an accountant that makes it a disparaging difference between being boyfriend and girlfriend and married for that $50,000. It ain't no big deal. It's nothing different, because for real, as my girlfriend, I can have life insurance on you, and that's a better investment than sometimes being married to someone. So
Listen.
I'm gonna say no. For the men, I'm gonna say no. It's no significant. Come on, ladies. There's no significant difference.
The difference is, Chad, if you died today and your wife was just your girlfriend, she would have no say so as to what happened to you. Your mother
Over
would.
nothing.
Again.
But with her being your wife,
Yep.
if you died today, all of those decisions are now in her hands, and she gets to decide what's done with your body and what's done with your belongings and any other thing. That's the difference, and that's what counts. Period.
Yeah.
And that's what counts.
Cash.
It's definitely a big difference in a relationship with girlfriend and
You can't
boyfriend
just-
and
yeah.
then being married.
You
Like,
can't
things
just
are
up
just
and walk out
different.
of a
You
marriage.
can't do
You can
certain
up and
things
walk
you
out of
would
a
do if you
relationship.
was.
I can up and pack my shit and leave today.
Again.
But if we married, I can't do that.
Can I say something? Can we listen? Y'all know me by now. Y'all know how anal I am when it comes to words. The word is significant. I don't care about no Megan food. I've been praying and making my do-eyes 5 times a day. I'm going to go be with my maker. So I don't care what you do with my body. You and my mom can argue. That's not significant. And I guess that is subjective. But for me, in my opinion, there is nothing that I see in my marriage that's super significant, that's different from boyfriend and girlfriend, but a piece of paper.
Yeah, it is a piece of paper, but at the same time, you've been with her for a very, very long time too. So y'all kind of been living.
Difference in the terms of the relationships. I think Chad is actually on the right terms of what he's trying to say.
Oh my gosh, look, see, that's why we don't see.
So say that again, Chad.
I'm just saying significant. Like, really think about it. Like, yes, oh my gosh, I married my best friend that was my girlfriend at once. Yes, we got that Bluetooth connection. Yes, when I'm outside, I'm saying my wife and it matched because I got a ring on my finger. Whoop-de-whoop. Yes, she got my last name. Okay, guess what? She could go down there to Justice of Peace or somewhere and change her last name to whatever she wants. Somebody changed their name to Chad Ochocinco. So it's not significant. Significant is no different.
So what makes it not significant if a person can say, well, I cheated on her, but we not married though?
Now, I agree with that to one point. But to the other point, it depends.
What? That happened? Oh, they can cheat though. It's okay to cheat though. And older enough to
if we want to go to if we want to go religious, it's all haram. It's all haram, whether it's adultery by being married or you fornicating with not being married. The difference is, okay, let's start. The biggest significance is you're making it halal by God's eyes. That's it. That's the biggest significance. And I mean, that is significant, right? Because we want to be, so I guess I can't, listen, you can change your mind as you think about things. So yes, if we're talking religion, it is very significant. But anything else, nah.
Yeah, in terms of relationship, I could say a relationship dynamic. I would say the only difference is that, like, the mindset of being married, it makes you a little bit more lenient to certain things. Like, you're going to be more forgiving than you normally would. I would say. Because some of y'all see, a lot of y'all, I'm just thinking back at the live. A lot of people out here who don't think cheating is a terms for immediate dismissal. Meaning y'all forgiving. And especially a lot of them are saying, especially in a marriage.
Depends how it happened. Cheating is different.
Cheating is cheating. Cheating is
Cheating
cheating.
for who is
Anything
different?
that you
All
do
right,
with
I
me,
ain't going back
somebody
and
else
forth with
while
y'all
you
about
with
that.
me is cheating.
You come home and Maul is listen. You come
I'm
home
trying
and
to figure
Maul is
out what's
clapping it
different.
up with the cleaner. It's different than he go out of town with the bros on the camping trip out of Atlanta. It go down. He gets a little Nikki Tango and the whole shebang bang, and you find out about it 5 years later.
It's the same thing. You just ain't get caught.
It's the same thing.
It's a
No, you can't. It to a certain degree, they not forgiven in no relationship. He said, but you can still be forgiven in a boyfriend girlfriend relationship, though. No, you can't. That's a lot of
Yeah,
people be like,
that's
it's a wrap.
circumstantial.
I'm
It's
not
what you
forgiving nothing.
tolerate.
But where does that light bulb come in that you like? Oh, I forgive him
hold
because
on.
we married. I don't
How,
know.
If cheating
Because
is a big thing, then why is there
some people.
more women than men? I don't know. Everybody need a car, but not everybody got one.
True that.
All right, so let me say this. Let me
True
ask this.
story.
None of us really know. I'm gonna assume, but I could be an ass.
No, I don't know how to answer.
How many times do a woman or a man? Well, not a man, because it'd be a rat. How many times has a woman got cheated on and left the man the first time?
I don't know. I hope none. I hope none. Listen, all of them
Niggas
that
get at
did
least
it, I
2-3
need y'all
chances.
not to.
People don't break up after the first chance.
Men, that's
out.
men thing. Men say that all the
You
time.
dirty, you
Oh,
nasty
if
at
she do
that
it, we
point.
out.
How could
We
you?
done. It's a wrap.
What my homies gonna
It's
say
done.
about me on
You're
the
just
job?
damaged goods. I'm good.
Hey man, you be safe, man. Thank you. All right, you too.
If all the men get married to one woman, then what are the other women going to do if they not married?
Be a side hoe. But the crazy part is y'all don't care about statistics. Y'all care about numbers all the time. Y'all don't want to say that, for every man there's 3.5 girls, right? I mean women, excuse me. Right? And then you add homosexual men into that situation, so it give us 4.5 girls. Then you do mass incarceration, that give us 6.5 girls. Then you add in mentally disabled or disabilities, that's 8.5 girls. So when you and then dead, that's 11.5 girls. So for every one man, every straight, nice, beautiful, handsome man is 11.5 women at his disposal.
He said every woman I cheated on stayed. He said every female
Yeah, and
that
they
he
all locked in
cheated
his
on
basement
stayed.
still. So you gotta let him out. See, he out of pocket. The statistics.
I'm crying.
Like why I don't understand why men can be so confident like that. That's crazy.
Yeah,
but then if a
because
woman
that's
cheat on
not.
them, like they done. I don't understand.
Cheating
But I
is
feel
bad.
like that's
Let's be
bullshit
honest. And this
too.
is right. Not nothing I'm gonna stand on. Hope you erase this live because I'm probably gonna get killed for this. But it's not natural for a man. It's not natural for a woman to do some of the things that men do. If a woman sleeps with 5 dudes in a week, she a hoe. If a man sleeps with 5 women in a week, player from the Himalayas.
Y'all not supposed to do things that we do, but y'all do it. We show up to the club like bad bitches with our pocketbooks, and y'all do the same thing.
I can't confirm nor deny because I don't even be trying to.
And y'all do the same thing.
Well, that's because we
With
try
your
to get the girls
pocketbooks on.
early. Because we know if the I gotta rock out for the men because y'all on here trying to tag team me and I don't appreciate it. So I'm gonna hold you down. So this is the science behind why men go to the club early. Because he know the girls that's going there free before 11.
Yes. The guy said somebody hold up. Somebody said niggas be capping. They say if their girlfriend cheat.
No.
Like
Guys
they be
will
fronting.
stay if they don't know.
You owe your girl one. Your wife. You said you owe her one. So you saying if she cheat, my nigga, you're staying. You're staying because you owe her one. You said that.
See, the thing is this, right? When we
Stand
talk
on
about
it.
when we in live conversation is different than actually being on live having conversation. So I don't know what you're talking about. But what I'm saying is, it's men at the.
He said it's the
early.
fifth.
It's men early because he want the broke girls that's going for the special. Because he feel like he can get them early. So that's why the boy there early trying to be a bad bitch.
With the bag on.
Oh, see now see the game.
Yeah, and then that's the
Well,
thing. We go back to talking about all this, who was the last person, and if all the men and 19 girls to every one man and all this extra stuff. We're talking about, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with polygamy. I understand it. I might not practice it, but that don't mean I don't understand the concept or the benefits or something. I understand it. I ain't open to it, but you know, it's a lot of people who are. We're talking about cheating. That's low. We talking about something that's low, something that you doing without another person's knowledge. If you grown, stand on what you do. You don't have to cheat. If you want to be with more than one person, be with more than one person. There's plenty of women. It's 12 women to every man, according to Blakey Chad. It's 12 women. I'm pretty sure at least 2 of them is gonna be like, yeah, we'll both be with you. I like her and I like you.
yeah.
Yeah,
You don't have to cheat to do it.
And that's basically part of the question of, you know, how do people survive and cope when they not attractive? That's one of the things that they do to cope. It's cheating. Because sometimes you not trying to figure out or get to the bottom of the situation all the time. That's one of the answers for them is cope. That's why I say I wish people came on, because we're not going to act like we don't know what you would do if the person that you're with at the time is not sexually attracted to you, especially if we all grown and everybody likes sex at this point. Like, so that's one of the things is cheating. Like, they'll go and deal with somebody else because instead of them trying to get to the solve the problem, they go and start messing with somebody else. They bring somebody else into the
Sire,
equation.
you out of pocket. He said, I look at cheating like her putting her hands on me. She get to beat on me and I get to cheat. Fair exchange. Ain't no fun in telling my women about the other. You're very toxic, sir. I'm gonna need you to remove yourself from this. This is not okay. This is not okay.
No, I'm sorry. Garfield out here giving out boots.
Mr. Sire, this is not okay. What if she don't put her hands on you? Then what? Then what? What if she don't put her hands on you?
Putting her hands on you.
Garfield, my bad, y'all. Garfield out here giving boots. I'm trying to figure out if he getting it out.
Sexually attracted. Yeah, like people ain't, you know, when your partner ain't really like into you at the moment, like what you do? What do you do? Most people cheat.
Yeah, your person
I'm a masturbate while she sleep.
Answer to a lot of shit. Lies.
But are
That's
you doing that if you in a relationship, or do you have a different outcome if you in a marriage? Like if your partner is acting like they not attracted to you, are you more likely to stay in a marriage opposed to a relationship? Y'all, that's what we talking about.
All right, so the thing that I've realized too, in all seriousness, is that like I know my wife, like my wife,
it's not a body thing.
Like she might be like super sexually active between like November and January, right? So all my kids' birthday is in September, except Blake, and his birthday in July. So I know that that's her horny time, right? So it's on like Donkey Kong around that time. But then I know it's parts and it's times where I know it's times of the year where it's a little drought. So what's crazy is we go through these things throughout the year where somebody might be on a cold streak where she might not be feeling it for a little while. And it's conversations that have to happen, but she just might not be up for it for like a couple months. And I realized that I gotta have discipline because she go through her own things by herself without that. So for me to go jump out and just cheat on her from the rip, I realized this from being better and I'm different now. I'm delivered. That like when you with somebody, you gotta be with them. You gotta understand that it's not like if you have a conversation and she's not basically saying, I don't want to get better, I'm not trying, this is what it is. It's totally different than I'm going through some things, you gotta give me some time. Before it was like, all right, I'm straight out here in the streets. I ain't even asking twice because I had this ego, especially. And I realized the biggest time I had my ego is when I was the only one working and she was a housewife. I started to feel like I'm out here working all day. I'm paying all the bills. I'm giving you money every day. You couponing. You doing whatever you want to do. When I come in the house, I'm supposed to get some neck. As soon as I walk in the door, I'm handling everything. And then I started to feel entitled. So that was the first time I feel where white people feel all the time being entitled. You just feel like everybody owe you. And I realized, like, you know, we had lost a child, and she still was going through our daughter passed away when she was 5 months. So it took her a long time to get over the postpartum, and I ain't know nothing about no postpartum. Of course, you know, I was hurt by my daughter too, but not to the effect of the baby coming out of me. You know what I'm saying? So I realized I was a piece of shit, and my wife was hurting, and I had no idea because I didn't feel so I had to communicate with her. Now, I'd be like, how you feeling? She might not want to give me nothing for 2 weeks. I'll make a deal with her. Like, look, what if I give you $30 and just help me out right this second? And you can
Not
go back
30.
to
You know
being
the
how you
minimum
been.
used to be 40, and now with inflation, it's $60.
Damn, 30?
It's
That's all
definitely
you got,
$60
Dad?
now.
30?
60? Not. It's 60
Yeah,
for
it used to.
somebody
You
you
talking
don't
about
live
some
with.
30? You know the basis. The basis according to Muda, the basis is what, $40, and then with inflation, that's 20.
No,
So
see,
we
this
at
is
$60 for the basis now.
no, we not at 60 because at the end of the day, it's 60 if you don't. It's all right. So you know how the people be out here flossing, ain't got no kids, ain't got no responsibility, still live in the middle room in a bunk bed, and they balling out all over control. Their inflation is different than somebody who got other responsibilities. Mine is 30 because I'm still taking care of all my kids that's in the house with us. I still got to do other things, so the price comes down for somebody who's married. So that is.
Oh, well, you married. Okay, so that's the marriage. So you don't have to pay that single tax. That's the street
I ain't
tax.
frauding.
That
See,
extra 10.
when
That's why it's
you
the 40
courting
because it's the
somebody,
extra
you
10
trying
for
to
insurance.
exactly. When you courting somebody, you want to show off a little bit, so you might pay a little bit more for something that ain't really worth it. When you with some,
Oh shit. Oh,
That's why
you was on the road.
Big connection.
You was on the road,
Yeah.
Chad. What's going on? Chad, come back.
He in the bed.
Yes. What the heck,
Yes.
babe? What Chad was talking about?
Sound like some negotiations
Yes.
was
Where's
just
he
about
at? Where'd they go? No, Jim Rat, they was talking about you. We saying you need to hold a class since you care about the people so much. Because I know you ain't come on choosing violence.
Because sometimes it don't be because she was saying like people need to work out
I
and
feel
all
like
that. But it
like
don't be about
some
the
people might have
sexually
thought she was
attraction was
choosing
all
violence a
good.
little bit. Choosing violence a little bit.
She was what? Yeah. You know, I mean that is true for some relationships. That do be the problem. That definitely do be the problem. It could be because of how you look, and when you first met a person, they look like this.
Yeah, I
and
think
then
it was
now they looking like
misinterpreted
that.
through
You know,
a little bit. I think it was a little bit misinterpreted through the comments though. Because if you go up, yeah.
Mm-hmm. She said I have things all the
Where's
time.
Jimmy?
Don't come. Yeah, what else?
Where did Jimmy at?
She on 62nd and
Oh, that's out
Larchwood.
west.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I'm back uptown. Yeah, yes, I'm back uptown. She be on live.
Mm-hmm. She be on live. She got boxing on a couple days out of the week. The girl don't start what? I'm trying to give you information. What do you mean?
Yeah. Who don't sound like four
I ain't
girls?
starting.
Water,
Southwest Philadelphia.
Head, Join, Young Boy, Hoagie, Brunownie.
Well, I think couples need to hold themselves accountable when it comes to how they look. Yeah, but that wasn't what we was talking about. We was talking about when it's a situation, like when it's bad, like, you know, say it's y'all just not getting along for whatever reason. It wasn't about like how the person looked, even though that can be a part of it. That is true. Like you can get on, sis, tap in.
Yes.
And
You see,
share.
it's back down to 2.
You're
I'm trying to hold
welcome.
on. Because waiting for more. Like, where is he at?
She can get on.
It's crazy.
I don't know. Yes. I don't even think he even. Text me back.
Yeah.
Jay, come on. Let me see. Come on, Jay.
Yes. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead. Sis getting hungry. I'm trying to gain me some weight.
All right,
Okay.
then.
I'm trying to gain some weight. Okay. All y'all ungrateful. Ungrateful. God done set up there and blessed y'all with sick. And y'all don't
All right.
appreciate it. Y'all sitting up here exercising, dieting, taking pills, and doing all this extra shit. All of y'all.
Yeah.
Okay? Because it's those
Right.
less fortunate. Okay? You know what I would do for a little, just one dimple for a cellulite, just one? I don't even want the cellulite heavy.
One.
Just give me the cellulite. Like, you can't give me that neither. I can't get none of that. Okay? Nobody's going to believe that I make good greens. Okay? Nobody. I don't have shit to show back here. Nobody going to believe my green making skills. I can't deal with this. This ain't it. I got 2 kids, not a hip in sight. Y'all ungrateful.
Listen.
Y'all real ungrateful. That's real crazy. And y'all want help? Bye.
Yeah.
Like, all right, everybody. What's up, Wee Smith?
So since somebody else ain't want to get on, I'm ending this live. I don't know what happened with Jamal. Nobody else wanted to come on and share their opinions on makeup sex being toxic, or experience where they were in a relationship or marriage and the person wasn't attracted to them at the time. So I can't come on at the gym. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm about to get off though. But we probably gonna have to do this one again because Jamal was a little busy today. So he couldn't really be on the live all like that. But I appreciate everybody coming on and sharing. I don't do makeup sex. Some people do. No, I said, is makeup sex toxic? That was the question. Was it toxic? Some people feel like it's not. Some people feel like it is. He probably talking right now because he done work. But I'll catch y'all on the flip side. It's been real.